Hey guys, it's Don here again. I thought I would do something a little bit different today, and I would do a opening kind of video. Recently, probably a couple of weeks back, close to a month or so ago now, I had actually got in on the Ergodox group buy. It was a group buy for a pair of Ergodox PCBs, and you could actually buy the rest of the components with the buy at the same time to put together an Ergodox, short of switches and a case. And the original drop was meant to be shipped out of the US around the week of the 12th, and that was the anticipated delivery date. What had actually happened for me, because I was an international on that group buy, the packages were actually sent and we didn't get tracking because they didn't have tracking for the international shipment. I hadn't heard anything from Pendulum KB, which was the organization that did that group buy, and I sent them a message and they told me that they had already shipped. So I'd been sitting and waiting, hoping to get my kit for the Christmas holidays, and then I could actually build it. And guess what? Finally came today. So really excited to be able to start working on this board. So there it is. It came in the mail. The postie delivered it literally 5 minutes ago, and I've just taken the time to block out some details. Nicely packaged, padded bag, seems to be okay except for a bit of a puncture, which, you know, happens in the post. So let's get in on it and have a look at the results of my group buy. Now with this group buy, I actually had made the option to purchase the additional components as well, because to be honest, I just didn't want to have to screw around trying to find the diodes and everything else that I needed, and hopefully we're going to see everything I need in here. Just cutting this open right now with a pair of scissors. Hopefully I'm not cutting anything that I shouldn't be cutting. Okay, and more motorbikes out there, and check it out. Right, so there is nothing left in the bag. We'll just put that aside for the moment. Fantastic. As you can see, he's packaged the PCBs quite neatly. They've been wrapped in some cardboard with some elastic, and it's pretty good. Looks like there's been no real problems or damage there. And an anti-static bag with all the bits and pieces. Now I did request through hole. I didn't want to do SMDs, so very kindly has actually had a through hole kit in it. Now I'm just going to touch the metal legs on my table and hopefully that will have grounded me. Let's pop it open. Check it out. So what have we got? Whoa, we've got electrostatic sensitive devices. We have some more diodes. We've got the 3.5mm jack. There's a Teensy controller right there. Awesome. We've got the couple of LEDs coming out of the bag. Some more header pins. There you go. And then the what looks like is the other 3.5mm jack. So just checking the packet, there is nothing left in there. Fantastic. So there's my N whatever they are, 1418 something or other diodes. Looks like there should be plenty in there. And there's one Teensy. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 diodes, and then we've got some various resistors. Now I don't know my resistor number bands off the top of my head because that's not really something that I do on a regular basis. It's something that I learnt in class in physics many years ago, so I do know what the colors are. I just don't know what the numerical values are. And this is another component, not quite sure what it is, but I guess I'll have to look up some guides. So There's a row of headers and some more headers. There's my USB parts, I guess. Yeah, okay, so I'm assuming that's going to go with that one. And that is all by itself. Now this seems actually a little bit on the daunting side for me, because I've never actually built anything of such complexity. The only thing that I've actually done so far is a bit out of frame there, just move those up, is just a straight switch to PCB build, a GH60. So I am looking forward to it, but it is obviously, there's a bit of anticipation in that. Let's open up the PCB. Now I was more than happy to go with the black because you know, it's a timeless, it's a classic, and there you go. Looks lovely. Now the only other PCB that I've really handled lately was the GH60, which was white, and so we can obviously see that there's the right hand there, and then of course you flip it over to the orientation for the left hand. It's got a bit of weight to it, feels pretty solid. All the components seem to be well marked out, and obviously there's the teensy with all the pin throughs required. Yeah, designed by Dominic Beauchamp, based on the Key 64 by Nestor A. Diaz. The focus isn't very good on the webcam here, but that's okay. So that's a very quick and simple, I guess, unboxing video, since it didn't really come in a box. I still don't have a case for it. I do have switches. I intend to put Gatoron greens into it. I don't have keycaps, so it's gonna probably take a little while before this actually comes together as a full keyboard, but I am excited. I don't even have a iron at the moment here with me. When I built the GH60, I'd actually borrowed my father's one and his solder as well, which then of course I returned to him. So I only wish that we had sales over here for the Hako as often as you guys get them with the Fry's deals, but obviously if you bought one over there and then tried to ship one over here, the cost of the shipping would probably negate that quite significantly. So James, thank you very much for running that group buy, really appreciate it. The shipping, as you can see, actually was only about $23, quite affordable. I think we were charged $25, which more than happy to pay for, because obviously he's packaged it very well. It's come in a padded bag, you know, all the components in theory should be there. The only feedback I guess I would give would be that maybe a printed sheet of what components should be in the bag, just in case for whatever reason there was bits and pieces missing, then at least you would have that check off list. Now that I'm looking at this teensy, I'm also like, whoa, it's a lot smaller than I anticipated. So my fine soldering skills are definitely going to be tested, definitely for sure. I'm just going to put all these bits and pieces back into the bag again until I can get hold of the iron, and then yeah, look up some guides. Now because the Ergodox the Ergodox GitHub, I think, repository suffered some issues, Robot Maxtron was fantastic in restarting another sort of Ergodox site, which is the Ergodox.io site. I'm going to go and head over there and check out the resources there, because hopefully it's going to give me a fairly easy build guide, so I can wrap my relatively uneducated head around it, and then yeah, get an iron. Might need a new tip on it though, because it's a bit crummy for fine work. And then I also have to source myself some wires and a TRRS cable too, from what I understand. So Do I have an anticipated period of when I'm going to get this built by at this point in time? No. I don't really have that many free days left in my vacation at the moment. So, but I will definitely update. Probably not going to do a video of the actual build because I can't really solder in my office that I've got the computer set up in. There's just not sufficient ventilation in here. I have to do it outside, and I don't really have a means of setting up the camera there. And I guess I'll just have to take a couple of pictures along the way, and then just do a bit of a short video and talk once that's all done. So, back into the padded bag it goes. Alright, neat little package. Into the keyboard drawer, which actually is one of my wife's art drawers, but I've pilfered 2 of her drawers to store keyboards in the spare space. She doesn't mind too much, at the moment anyway. So, thanks for watching.